5 simple email tips that could triple your affiliate marketing results. Hi, I'm Matt Garrett, and in this short video I want to share with you 5 tips that can make a massive difference to how many people open, read and act upon the emails that you send them. Now, the easiest and quickest way to build a sustainable long-term income with affiliate marketing is to build your own email subscriber list and email them on a daily basis with affiliate offers. But just because you've got 1,000 people on your list, that doesn't mean that 1,000 people are actually going to open that email and click on the link and go through to the offer. Obviously, the first hurdle is your email's got to get through the spam filters that people like Gmail have in place. The second is that the subject line has to be compelling enough and interesting enough to first grab the subscriber's attention in their inbox, which is pretty busy, and to actually catch their attention enough for them to want to open it and read the email and actually take action. Then, of course, it goes through to the offer if they do click, and making sure the offer is congruent and has good copy. Always make sure that you take the time to pick good offers. Okay, so the 5 tips that we're going to look at are split testing, resending to unopens, using a different from email address, cloaking your links, and the importance of using images in your emails. Okay, so let's look at split testing the subject line of your email. Now, this does have a direct impact both on the deliverability of your email, i.e. how many get through the spam filters, and on how many actually then get opened by your subscribers who may then hopefully take action and end up in a commission for you. What I'm actually going to do is run through a few examples of recent email split tests I've done so you can see the kind of difference that you can get. And these are from GetResponse. I use Aweber as well. That does allow you to do split tests. Basically, any good autoresponder service should allow you to run these kind of split tests. Check with yours if it's not obvious. Ask them whether they do. If they don't, you might want to look at a different autoresponder. Okay, let's have a look at an example. Okay, and a quick note on the mechanics. Basically, your 2 subject lines will be sent out to only a portion of the list, say 25% each, and then the winner will then be sent to the rest of the list after a fixed period of time, normally an hour or 2, but you can run a split test for a day or longer if you want. Okay, in this particular circumstance, you can see that one of the subject lines actually got double the open rate of the other subject line. So that's twice as many people were opening the winning subject line and looking at that email. That's a pretty hefty difference, 100% more people just from getting the right subject line for your email. This is why split testing is so important. And then we have the next example. Again, over twice as many opens for one of the subject lines. So again, we're making a massive difference to the end results of how many people are going to look at the offer that we're recommending. The next example, now this isn't as big a difference, but it's still something like 25% higher open rate. So again, we're getting more people through. Now, the other thing that happens as you're doing, again, this one's almost double. Let's have a look at another one. I've got dozens and dozens of these examples. One of the things that you will find as you test these different subject lines, you will start to know your list better. You'll start to know what they react to, how they tick, the kind of subject line that they're looking for, so you can hone your results. Now, another point here is to try and use very different subject lines so that you actually get a real difference. It helps you hone in on what your list is looking for. And in fact, the odds are once you actually start doing this, you'll probably find it fascinating and start coming up with all sorts of off-the-wall ideas to test, which in turn tends to get you even higher open rates in itself because you're coming up with new and different ideas for your subject lines. Now, there is another significant upside to split testing your email subject lines. I've found that it actually increases the deliverability or inboxing of your emails, i.e. more actually get through to your subscribers' inbox. Now, I've noticed this when I first started split testing a year or so back, and it seems to be down to 2 factors. First, because less emails are going out with exactly the same subject line, it triggers less red flags with the spam filters. And second, because you're effectively throttling or staggering those emails going out, i.e. they're not all being sent in one big batch, again, it seems to trigger less red flags with the spam filters. So you end up actually getting more emails through to your subscribers' inbox, which means you get more actions taken and make more profits. Okay, so how do you actually do the split testing? That's really a topic for a different video. It's pretty simple in GetResponse and in Aweber. If there's enough requests, I can do a video on that. If your autoresponder doesn't do it, as I say, ask them. Okay, so let's look at resending to our unopens. Now, one of the questions I get asked the most about affiliate marketing is how often we should be emailing our subscriber list. Now, the important thing here is that you should always have an unsubscribe link in your email. So if someone wants to get off your list, they can easily do so. Until then, providing you've done your permission-based lead generation correctly, they've agreed for you to email them. So get on with it. Personally, I email my list every morning, and then in the evening, I do what is called remailing the unopens. Basically, I email everybody who didn't open the morning email in the evening. I've personally found that doing this at least doubles my clicks and my profits on a daily basis. So it's well worth doing. Any good autoresponder will have a simple way that you can do this, or should do. Again, I use GetResponse and Aweber. They both allow you to do this. Fairly simple process. If yours doesn't, again, ask them first, but you might want to consider moving if they don't. Bottom line is, if it is there, use it, because it will double your affiliate marketing profits. It's that simple. In fact, to show you how simple it is in GetResponse, when you're in the statistics page and you've brought up your two separate subject lines, all you need to do is tick the box for the unopened ones, and then you actually have an option down the bottom to send a message to those people who haven't opened your earlier message, to click on yes, and it will bring that up effectively as a new list that you're going to email to on a temporary basis. Very, very quick and simple. And as we're in GetResponse, let's actually see how quick and easy it is here. I'm on the statistics page for my two different subject lines, and all I need to do is tick the boxes next to the unopened for the two versions, scroll down a bit, and there is an option to send message, and this will basically create a temporary list of just those people who haven't opened our email. And we click through, and we've now got the option to send an email to all those unopens, which conveniently puts us on the newsletter settings page, where we can look at tip number 3, using a different email address for re-emailing. Now, this isn't possible in all autoresponders. In fact, with Aweber, I haven't found an easy way to do it without actually changing the from email in the setup for that list each time, which is cumbersome. If you're using GetResponse, on the other hand, it's very, very easy. You simply make sure that you've got multiple email addresses set up, and while you're on this page, click on the drop-down box and choose which one you want to send the email from. You'll notice I've got some here that are my own domain, and I also have a Gmail one as well. And that's the one that I'll actually resend from, typically in the evening. Now, here's the important bit about this. By using a different email to that used on the morning's email, this email should get through some spam filters that are different to the ones hit by the email used in the morning. Obviously, spam filters for different email systems work in different ways. Different domains will have different spam scores, so the email you use will affect the deliverability of your email. Do the email in the morning from your own email on one of your own domains, preferably a good clean one with a clean IP. The second one, use something like a Gmail address. That will get different emails on your list through to some of the subscribers that didn't get the morning email. Okay, by mixing it up, you're changing the results, and you're getting more of those emails actually through into people's inboxes. Basically, give it a go. I think you'll be happy with the results. Okay, so I've now gone on through to the email creation page itself for the last two tips, and this one is number 3, cloaking your links. If I click on the call to action button where I have my link, you can see that this is a cloaked link. If I bring up an example of what the link would be without the cloak, here it is. This is the link for the product itself on Warrior Plus. and that potentially could trigger red flags with the spam filters. It would more likely do so if you were promoting a product on JBZoo. But those kind of affiliate links can trigger spam filters to stop your email getting through. By using my own domain with a link cloaker on it and a cloaked link, that's more likely to get through. You'll also notice that I can name the link to make it more interesting, again, making it look less spammy and hopefully making it more likely that people will actually click on my link and go through. I'm not actually going to recommend a specific link cloaker. There are many good ones out there, including some free WordPress plugins that you can use, as well as some very sophisticated ones that do all sorts of tracking and other wonderful techie stuff that can actually increase your conversions. But here's the important bit. Using a cloaked link will reduce the spam score of your email and get more of those emails through into your subscribers' inboxes to get you more results. It will also make it, as I say, look less like an affiliate link in the results, so the people who are opening your emails are again more likely to click on them. And third, there is another advantage. If you make a mistake with the link you use in the email, you can actually go and change it in the link cloaker so that anybody who's already got the email in their inbox and clicks on the link, you can't actually change that link in the email. But if you've changed it in the link cloaker, when they click on the link, they will actually go through to the correct page. So you can fix mistakes very quickly and easily. And trust me, that is easy to do. It happens, so it's worth having that option there. Okay, so we're on to tip number 5, the last one, which is about the importance of using images in your emails. Now, if I scroll up to the top, you'll notice I have a header image, which is part of my branding, which is always going to help. And then if I scroll down, you'll notice I've actually got some in here. These are actually testimonials taken from the page for this particular offer itself. And you'll notice I've got 3. Obviously they're testimonials, so they will increase the click-throughs themselves. And remember to actually hyperlink these. I have hyperlinked these. They link, if someone clicks on them, they go through to the offer page. We've all been trained to click on images on websites and web pages. So make sure if you are using images that you put the link in as well. The important bit here is using 2 or 3 images in your email will reduce your spam score. It seems to give your email more authority somehow, and again you'll end up with more of your emails getting through to people's inboxes. So grab a couple of images from the sales page, from the offer page, whatever it is that you're promoting, something that's congruent, something that fits with the email and looks good and adds to the value. Remember, we're all slightly different. We read more, or we look at visuals more, or we listen to audio more. Everybody's slightly different. So there are some people that will respond more to those visual images in your email rather than reading your text. Have both. You've got both types of people covered. Okay, so those are the 5 quick email tips. If you put all of those in place and start using them on a regular basis, I'm pretty sure you're going to see at least 3 times the results from your normal affiliate marketing and list marketing. They will make a difference. You'll get more emails into people's inboxes, get more people opening them, get more people clicking on them, gives you a healthier bottom line. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.